Hello, all. My name is Tracy Siska. I'm Executive Director of the Chicago Justice Project. We're here to announce that within the hour, the Chicago Justice Project has filed a multi-count lawsuit against the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for violations of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act. This lawsuit is more than a decade in the making. Let me explain. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office, like all other public bodies, are legally required to release any and all data about their operations, activities, procedures, and policies. We have tried tirelessly for the better part of a decade to obtain this information that they are required to release, but unfortunately, we have been continually stonewalled. We've been stonewalled by not only the current state's attorney, Kim Foxx, but also her predecessors. The Chicago Justice Project has been extraordinarily patient with the Foxx administration in getting them to live up to their responsibilities under the Illinois Freedom of Information Act. We went so far as to serve them of the draft of this very complaint months ago in hopes that it would push them to take action. But that did not happen. Instead, the office put forth deceptive excuses for why they refused to open their data and comply with state law, as well as the terms of our prior agreement upon settlement. For those who hear this and think, why should I care about this? How does this affect me? Let me tell you just one of the hundreds of reasons why you, myself, and every person living in Cook County should care. Advocates for sexual assault survivors have said time and again that it's nearly impossible to get the state's attorney's office to charge assaults where the survivor knows the offender. It is even more difficult to get the survivor if the person of color it's even more difficult if the survivor is a person of color or someone whom English is not their first language. The state's attorney's office says that regularly prosecute these cases despite what advocates tell us. But we have no way to check the facts and statistics because the state's attorney's office won't release that data. Again, data that they're required by law to provide. With our push for transparency, we are seeking advocates and survivors would be able to prove definitively which side is telling the truth. So we as a whole community would be able to affect change. This is just one example why it's imperative that the state's attorney's office follow the law and release this data and information. The residents of Cook County deserve nothing but the highest level of transparency and accountability from their justice agencies. We won't get into specifics unless you want to, but feel free to ask any and all questions about this lawsuit or the decade leading up to where we are today. Please feel free to unmute yourself, ask questions. If you're on social media, please feel free to fire questions. Thank you so much, and I'll take your questions now. All right. All right, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to come out today. If you want more information about our lawsuit, you can reach me directly on my cell at 312-617-1560 or by email at Siska, my last name, SISKA @chicagojustice.org. You can also find the press release for this, a copy of the complaint, all the exhibits on our website under the latest news section. Thank you so much, and I'll be back with more information soon, hopefully. Thank you.